But for those people that are sat at home and they have an idea and they're mulling whether that is the idea worth pursuing, is there a framework for knowing if it's a good idea or a bad idea?
What we use that comes from private equity, if you want to know if your business is going to make you money or not, or investable or not, we use the MOAT strategy, which is basically M stands for margin. So you want a business that actually makes you money, doesn't just generate revenue. And so a good business typically has at least 15% net margin. So that's the money you put in your pocket, right?
So that's profit.
Yeah, exactly. And then the O stands for operations. So operations being, can this thing actually scale over time, or will I really have a job, not a business?
And what's the difference there?
The difference between the two is if you have a job, not a business, that might be, for instance, without AI, if my entire business was just me talking continuously to camera and I'm an actor, it's really hard to turn acting to a business, right?
You're trading time.
Right. You're still an employee, you're just self-employed as opposed to a business owner. And there's a real difference between a CEO and a self-employed person. And then the A stands for advantage, which is, do I have an unfair advantage in my business? I think over time, all arbitrage windows close. So if you don't have some sort of advantage, it's hard to stay in business over a long time. An advantage might be, I have distribution because I have social media, so I can get more eyeballs. I can figure out how to talk to 2,000 people quickly because I can do it via video as opposed to knocking on 20 doors. Or it could be logistics, or it could be 10 years of experience in an industry. And then the T stands for TAM, total addressable market. Is this a real market that enough people are interested in, that I can build a business that is big enough for me? And, to Alex's point, I don't think everybody should try to play the trillion or billion dollar game. In fact, I think it can be quite miserable to strive for billions. And so the total addressable market for your local fruit stand in your community may be a perfect amount of income for you, but let's actually know what amount of income is reasonable for you. And the cool thing about entrepreneurship in like today's age, the data is available everywhere. And so in private equity, you would take this model like that. So you'd go MOAT, I take them, and for each one, I rank them 1 to 10. And businesses, so margin, operations, advantage, total addressable market. Each one of them, a 10 is perfect, a 1 is the worst you could have. And businesses that are better than 30 across all 4, well, that's a fund it. That's a fundable business model. Businesses that are less than 30 but more than 20, that's a fix it. You've got some problems in the model. And businesses that are less than 20, that's a flee it. This is probably not right for you and a hard business to do.